think about your email, Zach, as building blocks. Now, in the building blocks, you can now if you go over, so the plus is the elements, and I think if you scroll down, you can add some different elements. Oh, see, now you have layouts. You can say, okay, I want it just to be block, 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 or I want it to be block, block. So you can set this up into different ways, and then but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I'm just kind of showing you what to do. I'm a big proponent of simple, keep it simple. But
I
as
agree.
you mature, you say, well, your dad might say, hey, can we do this? And you go, sure we can. Tommy showed me how to do it. I just gotta hit him up for a second. We gotta play with it.
Right.
But basically, you've got an email, you've got a header, you've got the footer. Now you just got to put, if you got the M in meat and the O in potatoes, now we just got to put the middle in. And so if you scroll back up, it's as simple as drag and drop. Maybe you want an image at the top. Okay, so grab that image, drag it over, boom, look at that.
Yeah,
Done.
that's cool.
And what's going to happen is you're going to want to keep your images. It will optimize your image. The one thing that you need to always do, so click save, make sure you click save up in the top right hand corner. That's always, saving's always going to be your friend. The one thing that I cannot stress enough, and I fall into this trap, always test it on yourself and always test it on your iPhone. Always.
Okay.
Because you want to see how it looks mobile. Because sometimes the images squish and do some stupid things, but just always test it. You can never test too much.
Right.
So let's go over to the image there. Let's click on the pencil on the right hand side there. What you're going to do is, do you want to use AI to create it? You can, or should we do it from the library? And you can play around with this. Upload from the media library. Now, okay, so you've got Eric's headshot, you've got your logo, you've got some other pictures in there. That's awesome. And so if you click your EKG and you say bam, and you double click on it, say, or you just double click on it, there it is.
Cool.
Now, if you want to resize it, and this is where things can go goofy kind of on the mobile side. Sometimes you have to upload smaller versions so it doesn't look compressed, but you could just drag it in the bottom left hand or bottom right hand corner there to resize it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And and then you say to yourself, okay, now I want to add a text block, another text block. We've got our header. Now we want to add another text block. So click the plus in bam, and say, I want to add text. Bam, drag it in. Boom, wherever you want it. I mean, you can't screw this up. And the beautiful part about this is you select that, select where it says start from scratch. You see over on the, when you first selected it over on the left hand side, it looked like there were some handles. Do you see that? Now you see that handle? So if you go down to heading, or if you go down so okay, so we've got that. And as you go just a little, as you start navigating around, so right there, you can duplicate that. So if you wanted to, you could so maybe you want 3 images in a row. You just click dupe, dupe, dupe. Now you want to delete it? You hit the trash can, goodbye. You want to see that? And you see where it says heading and it has little
Yep.
handles on the left-hand side. You drag that when you first select it, there's a little black handle that shows up on the left-hand side. So mouse over the image at the top. Don't click it. You see, you have the black handle.
Yes.
Now drag it. Drag that down. Now you just reordered it.
Gotcha.
So this is really, really, make sure to save. Make sure to save. really, really pretty stupid simple as far as some people have said it's so easy. I'm not sure where they got that from, but it's not once you understand and you kind of make it less intimidating, it's not really intimidating at all. You know, oh, I
Right.
can do this. I can do this all day long.
Yeah.
And so, okay. Um, you can mess around with padding. There's all kinds of different settings and stuff in here, but you've really got the basis to build an email.
Right.
Okay.
How many emails would you recommend to send out when we first start? I know we had talked about this a couple weeks ago, but
What I would do is I would send, okay, it's not how many you're going to send, it's how quickly you're going to send them.
okay.
So what I would do, and I'll show you how to do this, I'd start sending, 20 an hour, 50 an hour. 50 an hour over 8 hours, that's a lot of emails. And
Right.
they don't all have to go today. And I'll show you how you can schedule them to drip out. So I
Okay.
would drip these out and I would say, okay, you've warmed up the email and now, I mean, I have clients that I'm sending 5,000 an hour. So
Wow.
we can get there. It just
Right.
takes a little bit of time to get
Right.
there.
Right.
Um, okay, so let's save this email and let me show you how to send it. And then what we'll do is then I'll let you play and you right now in your mind, you've got the email building block.
Right.
This is an email building block. So I'm going to show you how to send it onesie twosie. We've got this email, this practice email, we want to send it.
Okay.
Okay. The next time we meet, we'll talk about automating this. Once you feel comfortable, then you'll say, okay, I've got 10 of these. I want these 10 to go over 2 weeks. How do I
Right.
automate it so I don't have to sit and do it? Okay, I'll show you how to put those building blocks together. And then you're going to say, okay, how do I automate this to maximize my open rate?
Okay.
Okay, then I'll show you how to do that. And
Cool.
then you're going to say to yourself, holy cow. And then you're going to then you're going to say, okay, I've got 7 automations. How do I make it so that one automation calls the next automation so that I could have 3 weeks worth of emails and all I have to do is tag somebody email 1 and they automatically go through the automation cycle automatically.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's super cool.
we'll go there. And that's now we're starting to really throw some gas heat on this.
Right.
This is where it gets really, 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 really exciting. It's not exciting now. I mean, it's exciting, but you know what I'm going with. I mean, but you got to crawl, walk, run.
Right.
Okay, so I always look, did we save? Yes. Oh, and up on the bar there, up on the under practice, you see it's got all kinds of let's talk about this for a second too. Okay, you got colors, you got different things. One of the things that you have is you have what's called trigger links. Let's talk about that. That's important. This is going to take me probably 5 minutes to explain, but it's really, 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 really important. Here's
Right.
why. Okay, you have an open house. I'm making this up. You have an open house. You're sending this to 20 people. You have a link to the open house. It's embedded in the email. You want to know which person opened up that email? So easy. Has to be trained, but so easy can know how many people opened up that email. And so easy could tell you who clicked on that link in that email. So, for instance, you have a course and you sent out, you've got a course for Zach's super awesome system, and you send it out to 25,000 people. 800 people clicked on the email, opened it up, and then clicked to enter your course, but didn't buy it. So Easy Solutions can tell you who those 800 people are so you can retarget to those people.
Right. That's super cool.
So the links are really important. And adding a trigger link is as simple as like click on the word heading. Oh, I'm sorry. In your text box there, you've got the word,
Oh,
the big word. Yeah, so click on that. Then on the menu bar there, you've got BI_U. Then you've got, look, it looks like a link, a chain link on your, on just above that. Just above that, you have Arial 21. Yep. A little bit more to the right. You've got that little chain link. It looks like a link. There you go. Boom. Link text. Bam. You click on that. Now you can add a URL if you want, but you really want to go to your link list, which you don't have any links there. I'll show you how to add one. Then what will happen is when somebody clicks on it, you'll know that person who clicks on it. And this is, now we're getting advanced, but I want to let you know that this is really possible.
okay.
So hit the X in the top left-hand corner or cancel out of here. We're not going to do anything. Last thing I want to show you, and it's under the 3 dots on the right-hand side there. Oh, the other 3 dots. I'm sorry. There's a little T with a slash through it. Then there's 3 dots. So click there. Now do you see the 3? Oh, that's okay. So hit let's see. Hit save. We'll save it. There we go. Now, just below that, 3 dots, just to the right of that. Boom. Okay, so underneath here, you have that little, there's a box with a line through it. Yes, custom values. This is like that little tag in the other area we looked at. This is where you could start having, good morning, Susie. How are you doing? Things are really heating up in Gilbert. You can put custom fields that you have in the database. You can embed that in the email.
Okay.
So this is that's an area that you can that we can certainly go deeper in, but I wanted to let you know that you can customize the emails right there with custom fields.
That's super cool.
Okay. So now let's click the back button here, and now we're gonna mock send this email. Okay, go to contacts. Okay, and you can close that Facebook integration. I think after 6 months, you might have, we just have to reintegrate your Facebook. It's pretty simple. Okay. So let's say we want to send this email to Daryl and Ann. We're not going to send it to Daryl and Ann. Or you can say, hey, just send it to me. Actually, let's do it. Let's send it to me right there at the bottom there. Let's send it to me. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you scroll up to the top, you have some, look at that. You're right there. Let's send an email. Okay. Now, let's pick a template. You're way ahead of me. You're awesome at this. Practice email. And you notice that everything we did previously shows up here.
Right.
Okay. Right. Now we have decision to make. Send it all at once. Send it at a scheduled time. Send it in drip mode. Okay, so click drip mode for me, and I'll explain what's going on here. Okay, action. Every time you do something from the contacts, action is just a comment that you add to the database, sending an email. Sometimes I'll actually add I'll add the subject line so I know that I sent it. If it was a test, I would put test. Gotcha. That kind of thing. Okay. Now, this is pretty simple, but powerful. When do I want it to start? How many do I want to send? So you could say, okay, I want to stay today. And you can say, I want to start at whatever time that happens to be. Perfect. And then there's a little, probably, I think a little check mark. I think you just scroll down, you probably have a check. There we go. Green check mark. Bamarama. Then batch quantity. Now, Okay, if you send your whole database and you say as you're kind of building up your sending capabilities, you might want to send 50 over an hour or 100, and then the next time you do it, send 75 over an hour or 75 a half hour. And then what will happen is you say, okay, I've got 1,000 people, 75 a half hour. That means it's going to take 2 days to go. Okay, that's fine. Then the system will figure it out. So you could say, I'm going to send, 75 and then repeat after X amount of days, X amount of hours, X amount of minutes. And then down lower, it says, I only want to send emails between 8 in the morning and 8 at night, or whatever. But you can set that up right there too.
Cool.
And then you can say, I don't want emails to go on Sunday. Okay.
Yep.
And it'll skip or whatever it happens to be. And then you click send email, and then that one will be batched.
Perfect.
Now, what I would do is click just to prove the point, scroll up and click all at once, and then it'll go to me. Because you only clicked one. And then you click send. Okay, bulk action has been scheduled. Now click OK. Now, up on where it says contact smart list, click on bulk action. Okay. So we just did a bulk action, sending email. Click on the left-hand side where it says, or right-hand side where it says show stats. Okay. So now I go to my email. There it is, sitting right there in my inbox. Look at this Dream Home Tommy. Bam.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, if you click on the sent number where it says 1, if you click on it, it will open up and it'll tell you that I opened it.
Cool.
And then you can download if you want. You can say who's delivered, opened, clicked, replied, bounced. All that information is now your information to work powerfully.
Sweet. Yeah, that's super cool.
Okay. So here's where we're going to stop because we're getting close to the overload. But now you have the power now to build an email template. You have the build. You feel that you can explore.
Right.
You're going to explore that template, and now you have the ability to send out a bulk action where you're sending one email at a time. But now you can drip it out. You can send it to as many people as you want. And I showed you where you can, see where your bulk actions and what went out and the results of that action.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to messing around with it and just kind of creating some different stuff and emails and
Right. And so okay, so this is where it starts. What we'll do is let's put another 15-minute little ditty on the calendar. How much time do you want to play with it? Should we schedule some time? Do you want to schedule some time Monday morning to look at it again?
Yeah, maybe either before or after our other Zoom works for me. Whatever is easier for what's good for your schedule.
Okay, let's do this. Let's you and I get on 15 minutes before that Zoom call. Just a quick update where you're going, and then we'll plan out next steps.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Zach, are you happy?
Yes, sir.
That's all I want to hear. I will talk to you later, sir.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend, Tommy.
You bet.
Thank you for your time today.
My pleasure. Always. Bye.